Hello fellow golfers, welcome to Your Simple Golf Swing. I'm Matt. In today's lesson, I want to teach you how to use your legs to maximize your power, to get the distance that your body is capable of creating. And specifically, I want to talk about this trail leg and how what a lot of the conventional modern teaching is saying out there is actually going to steal distance and consistency from you. Before I get into the lesson, I just want to welcome all the new viewers. After you're done with this video, take a look at my channel where I've uploaded over 130 free golf lessons that'll help teach you the Your Simple Golf Swing method. For those of you that want to learn it a little faster, I've created an online course with all exclusive video made specifically just for the course, and none of it has ever been uploaded to YouTube. So the link for that is down in my description. So let's go ahead and get into today's lesson. Well, to talk about this, first we're going to go back about 20 years or so. And back when I was really trying to learn the golf swing, trying to learn how to generate power and distance in my swing, all the rage back then, all the golf magazine articles and videos that were out there, they were talking about this thing that's called the X Factor. Now what the X Factor is it starts with a swing or a stance where you're crouched down and you've got a lot of bend in your body. And what the concept or thought or theory of the X Factor was that you wanted to restrict your hips and legs, and you wanted to turn your upper body as much as you possibly could. And this line created the different line between the shoulders and the hips, created that X. And they said that the more you could increase that angle, the farther you're going to hit the ball. And they had all sorts of different data showing different golfers and what their X factor was and how far they hit the ball. A lot of golfers adopted this X factor, and this has been taught for many, many years. In fact, Adam Scott, he is a really good example of somebody who's made the X factor work for them out on tour. But some of the problems with the X factor concept is that it requires a lot of strength. And you'll see that the modern golfers now, they're spending a lot of time in the gym. They're getting all bulked up, getting as strong as they can because they're trying to get more distance. Well, I think if they would combine some of that strength that they've found in the gym, from working out in the gym, with a more efficient swing, they'd be blown away at the amount of distance that they would actually generate. But I digress. So another problem that the X Factor caused is that another problem was that it caused tremendous strain in the lower back, and there was a big uptick in lower back injuries. So how is the Your Simple Golf Swing method different? How is it more efficient, better on your body, and how will it help you generate a lot more distance without you having to spend hours upon hours in the gym? Well, if we go back to Mike Austin's teaching, Mike Austin, he taught a very different stance. He only had what he called knee flex in his stance. He didn't have knee bend, he had knee flex. He stood a little bit more upright, and the way that he started his weight shift or weight transfer, which again, in the X Factor, there is no transferring of weight, so you're not using all the weight of your body behind the swing because you're keeping everything from here down locked in. The way that he would start his weight transfer is he would lift his left heel, which would bend the left leg, and he would straighten the right leg. Mike Austin was very big into using all the levers in your body to get the most efficient swing you could possibly have. Those levers, again, for newcomers, are the 2 ankles, 2 knees, 2 hips, 2 shoulders, 2 elbows, and 2 wrists. Now, in the X Factor, you're locking out half of those levers. You're locking out the hips, the knees, and the ankles. That's 6 out of 12 your body's not even using. Not very efficient, not very natural. Mike Austin says we want to use all of these levers to get the most efficient golf swing. So let's look at this from front view here. We lift this ankle. It's going to bend this knee. We're going to straighten this knee, and it's going to stack us with our shoulder, our knee, our hip, and our ankle all stacked in a nice, strong position. Mike Austin, he said that when you've got a lot of knee bend and a lot of bend here in your back and you turn like that, you can't hold a lot of weight up on this shoulder. And he would exaggerate a bit. He used the weight of men. He said, I can't even hold one person on my shoulder because because I have no support here. But he said, conversely, when you stack all that on a straight leg and you've got everything stacked in line, he said, now you could hold up to 4 men up there with no problem, hold them all day long. Bit of an exaggeration, but if you practice this in your golf swing, you'll see that when you get to the top, if you have straightened that leg, you're going to feel a lot of balance, a lot of strength, and a lot of power at the top of your backswing. Mike Austin was asked, so how do you know when you've completed your backswing and you're about to start your downswing? And he would say that when he felt everything was stacked up and he had most of his weight back here and he could just feel the strength of that position, he could just fire through. And it's incredible how easy it is to keep your head steady, which is very important to consistency. When you let yourself get stacked, it's not a sway. You're doing a hip tilt, and then when you fire through, which you're just doing the opposite action. Remember when we started the backswing, we lifted the left heel, straightened the right knee. Well, going back the other way, we're slamming this heel down, we're straightening this leg at the same time that we're lifting this right heel. And it will give you an exceptionally powerful swing. It causes your body to just sling everything into the ball. So I'm going to try to demonstrate it here for you. I'm going to take the club back using the hand action that I teach in my other videos, and I'm just going to bring it up, straightening this leg, and then just fire down through. You get tremendous speed, power, and accuracy when you do it this way. I saw a video not long ago of Rory McIlroy and Maria Fassi, both of them very long hitters. And Maria's hitting the ball and Rory's just talking about the golf swing and distance. And he made a very remarkable comment. He said, you know, do you remember back in the days when you were a junior golfer, it seemed like we used our legs a lot more. We had to incorporate the legs a lot more to generate, you know, distance back when we were juniors. And then as they got older, he didn't say this, but as they got older, they started using their legs less and started relying more on that work they were putting on, or the work that they were doing in the gym. It would be very interesting to see how somebody like Rory, if they were to go back to the Mike Austin swing method, a method that you can see Freddie Couples, who was not a gym rat, who was extremely long in his prime. Freddie Couples straightened that back leg just like Mike Austin teaches, and he did the same weight transfer just like Mike Austin teaches. I would be very interested to see how far Rory would actually be able to hit the ball if he did that. I'd be willing to bet it'd be a lot farther than he's currently hitting it, even though he's extremely long now. Well, anyways, go out there, give that a try out in your backyard. I hope this video helps you. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Check out my 130 plus videos on my channel. And if you really want to learn this swing quickly, go down in the description, click the link for my online course and get started today. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.